Police saves lives without thinking their own. They also been victims of arson attack, says Prime Minister inaugurates this week. BNP is playing a broken record as they didn't get what they wanted from the US, says Obaidul Qadir. Price of electricity at the consumer level to hike 34 to 70 paisa per unit, says State Minister for Power and Energy. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Mytv English News. I'm Ashikuzaman with you in the newsroom today. You're watching the headlines. Now, the details. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has directed the law enforcement agencies to continue operations against terrorism, militancy and drugs. She gave this order at the Police Week inauguration ceremony at Rajarbagh Police Lines ground. The Prime Minister said that the police have ensured the safety of people's lives and property despite being subjected to repeated fire attacks, seldom being victims of arson attacks. Meanwhile, 400 policemen of the police force have received medals and honorary badges from Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina for their special contribution. Foreign trade is now more challenging, competitive and knowledge-based than even before, says President Mohammad Shahabuddin. Therefore, coordinated initiatives should be taken to face these challenges. On the occasion of the National Textile Day, the President presented mementos to 11 organizations for their role in the development and export of the textile sector at Bangla International Conference Center. At this time, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has said steady confidence in the textile sector, and President said that the number of export products should be increased instead of relying on few products. Instead of relying on a few countries, the market of export products should be spread to all possible places in the world, he said. BNP did not have what they wanted from United States, says Awami League General Secretary and Bridges Minister Obaidul Qadir. They wanted to hear that there would be a ban on the government. They could not be optimistic about the last words of the United States. He said this at a press conference at the Dhanmondi Political Office of Awami League President today. The Bridges Minister also commented that the people's ears have become numb after listening to the broken record of lying by the BNP leaders. The government is putting the blame on BNP to cover up their failure, says BNP's Senior Joint Secretary General Ruhul Kabir Rizvi. This is their old habit. He said this at a press conference organized at the party's central office in Noyapolton. Rizvi said that the government has failed to control the market and they are also unable to control the syndicate. The price of electricity at the consumer level is increasing from a minimum of 34 paisa to a maximum 70 paisa per unit, says State Minister for Electricity, Energy and Mineral Resources, Nasrul Hamid. The State Minister said the Gazette to increase the price of electricity may be issued today. The State Minister said this while talking to reporters at the Secretariat today. Nasrul Hamid said that the new price of the electricity will be effective from March. Gas prices are also increasing. However, prices will not increase at the household and industrial level. The price of gas is increased only for the ones that used to generate electricity. The outreach program of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is so that foreign diplomats can know better about the country and its progress, says Foreign Minister Hassan Mahmood. He said by knowing Bangladesh, they will convey the message to their country and they will spread this news of Bangladesh to the world. After visiting various development projects of Chattogram with 34 diplomatic members, including the heads of missions of 24 countries and international organizations under the Ambassadors Outreach Program of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Foreign Minister said this in reply to the question of journalists at the Chattogram railway station before going to Cox's Bazar by train. A wood and a furniture shop has been burned down in Badda of the capital. The fire service received information about the fire at 3:57 a.m. last night. After reaching the spot, 6 units of fire service started extinguishing the fire. After 3.5 hours of effort, the fire was brought under control around 6:20 a.m. Initially, the fire is believed to have spread from a sawmill. Moreover, there were some damage to the ground floor of the neighboring building. According to the fire service, 6 units of fire service reached the spot and worked to extinguish the fire. There was no casualty in the fire. The extent of the damage will be known later. We're about to the end. The headlines once again. Police saves lives without thinking their own, also been victims of arson attack, says Prime Minister, inaugurates Police Week. Bangladesh is playing a broken BNP is playing a broken record as they didn't get what they wanted from US, says Obaidul Kadir. Price of electricity at the consumer level to hike 34 to 70 paisa per unit, says State Minister for Power and Energy. That's all for now. To watch our news online, please visit YouTube/mytv news. To watch our old programs, please go through YouTube/mytv Bangla and Facebook/mytv Bangla. Our next news bulletin will be telecast at 7:30 p.m. in Bangla. Stay tuned. Allah Hafiz.